This week, what looks like a parade float. It's called the Trump Unity Bridge. It's emblazoned with all kinds of pro-Trump, pro-Republican slogans. It crashed into a telephone pole in the state of Michigan, causing a 3-car pileup. And that's not even the weirdest part of the story. Now, before I go on, just so we're clear, first responders went there. Nobody was injured, really. So everything's okay. Everybody's okay. Everything's fine, okay? I just want to get that out of the way so you don't think I'm celebrating people, being injured here, because nobody was injured. But the weirdest part of the story is that this giant float that has been featured at many Trump rallies was being pulled by an ambulance in Michigan. It was hitched up to a friggin' ambulance, and they were driving it around, and they don't know exactly what caused the crash, but I would imagine, based on the pictures, it looks like the ambulance may have taken a turn a little too sharp. Maybe there was some winds and the float kind of pulled it one way, but it crashed into a telephone pole, and of course, the 3-car pileup that resulted from that. So this idiotic Trump float did, in fact, put lives in danger. For what? So you can go around with your slogans that say all lives matter, build the wall, make America great again, because those are all slogans featured on this Trump Unity Bridge, is what it's called. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure why that's worth it to put other people's lives in danger. You really could have killed people with this stupid parade float that apparently travels around the country. But here's the bigger issue on this story, right? It's not just, haha, your stupid float ran into a telephone pole. What this story shows to me is that this truly is a cult. You cannot get around that. Like, you cannot frame this any other way. We don't see people doing this with Biden. Sure, we've got some crazies out there who think Biden and Harris can do no wrong. And that's just as deranged as the Trump supporters. But hell, at least we're not out there having boat parades. At least we're not out there with these giant floats putting other motorists in danger to show how deranged we are. I mean, this truly has reached a disturbing level with these Trump people. But here's the thing, folks. It wasn't just with the Trump people. It was all the people driving around, for 10 years after Bush left office, still having those little W stickers. It's all the ones who still engaged, well, up until I guess Trump was elected, in the Ronald Reagan hero worship. And all of it just gets transferred as time goes on. First it was Reagan is the god of the Republican Party. Then, George W. Bush and his compassionate conservative. We love you. Bush is the best. Democrats are evil. Then it was with Trump. This party, the Republican Party, is so desperate for a hero, desperate for a larger-than-life figure to come out there and lead them, that they don't even care who it is. They don't even care that they're being lied to. They just want what they perceive to be a strong individual to tell them how to feel and how to think. That's why they latched onto Trump. That's why they latched onto Bush and Reagan and everyone else. Because of the hero worship within the Republican Party. And again, that's not to say it doesn't exist in the Democratic Party. It sure as hell does. But definitely not to the degree that we see it within the Republican Party. And that's what makes these people so dangerous, because they really will latch on to anyone who shows even the slightest bit of leadership within their party. It doesn't matter if they lie through their teeth 100 times a day. It doesn't matter that they're pulling a long con to get more money out of these suckers. They don't care. As long as they have that figurehead that they can rally behind, that they believe will ultimately protect them from everything that scares them, which in the case of Republicans, apparently happens to be everything, except, of course, for massive motor vehicle accidents when you're carrying your cult bridge to a new destination.